So this motor's got the big plugs in it, so they're like 13/16, where most of them are like 5/8. You should get some oil because you're probably going to need it. Now I don't know what it's going to do here, if it's going to try and turn this thing over. If I leave the plugs in, should have a tough time. Just take it out of the cylinder I'm doing. Now the pan's right off this, so you'll be able to actually really maybe even feel air coming out of that. Pressure hasn't shut off, but we were at 100 pounds. Right now it's got 20% leakage, and I can feel it getting past the rings here right now. Yeah, piston's down at the bottom of the cylinder. I should stick a bolt in there and maybe see if I can turn this and see if we can get the leakage less. So I'll unplug it here for a minute. And we'll see if I can rob a bolt, because I've robbed this one already. Okay, rob the bolt. And we'll turn this guy over a bit, get that cylinder near, middle or top. He's right near the bottom right now. So sometimes when you get a reading down there, it can be a little bit false. It might not even be false, just means that you might get a better reading if it was up a little higher. Yeah, he's heading up the cylinder now. So let's see what we get now. Pull that off just in case it decides to turn. Yeah, it's turning. Alright. I might be able to. Okay, now you see the gauge here. Down to 10%. Just in that little bit. If I try and go against it, the bolt's just going to tighten up. I can't even go against it, but it's like 9%. Dropped a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. My hose isn't coming all the way here. Here we go. So it's like 9%, which for a motor that hasn't ran for who knows how long, I don't know. That's pretty impressive. I could probably live with that. because it might even seal up a little bit better with a little bit of run time. So I'm just going to try and see if I can get it up a little higher. See if I can plug and hold at the same time. Remember, 2 4 increments of 2 them are, so that should be real close to 8%. 2, 4, 6, yeah, 8, 9% leakage. I don't know, to me that's pretty impressive. And like I say, this motor hasn't ran for 30 some years. Could even be getting a little, I didn't tap the valves, I should grab a rubber hammer. Maybe I'll do that, just to show you in case it drops it even a little bit more. It's possible. I don't know if we'll get them all done today. I'm dealing with a major headache today. Yeah, so you just tap them like that a little bit. Sometimes it'll loosen the stuff off. Sometimes you tap them when the air is going to them too, and it helps. Okay. I actually felt it shoot. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it went up. It's up at 11% now. So I don't know, maybe it put some stuff on it, but I think we're pretty solid 9. That's a pretty solid 8 right there. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, it's even a little bit more of an 8 than it was. So I don't know, but to me, that's fairly impressive. Now, I don't know if this was one of the good cylinders we did last time or what. Can't remember if it was on this side or that side. We'll start with this one. Now, let's see where he's at. Yeah, dealing with a major pounder today, so I'm going to cut her short. Ooh. Well, that one right now is like 85%. So there's got to be something sticking there. Yeah, this shot something out of my arm. It's trying to turn the motor over. Yeah, now it's going way down. Not way enough, mind you. I don't like where Hirsch is laying right now because I'm kind of dangerous. Yeah, I'm going to unplug this for a minute. I want this ratchet to swing around and get him. Just trying to have a siesta. Coming around the exhaust valve a lot. Intake, not so much. Gotta watch your fingers when this thing's trying to turn over, that you don't stick them in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Don't feel it that much out of the bottom. Feels like it's all coming out of the exhaust. Okay, so far we've went from 80 to about 22. You still feel it around the exhaust. It's around down the bottom now, so I'm going to try turning it over a bit. Yeah, get them up top. See what that does. Trying to turn over the motor still, but see what it does. Yeah, turn him right over to the bottom again. So I'd have to try and hold him up top. Got him down to 20. Hopefully you guys can see that, but I am convinced it will leak less than that. Still some around the exhaust. You want to make sure you keep your head away from that because it really shoots it out of there. Not sure why Hersh decided to sleep right there. Okay, so we're getting down to 14, 15. Again, it's at the bottom of the cylinder. I am pretty convinced that a guy would get that less, to tell you the truth. Still getting some around here, so it's got to be carbon and stuff in there. Sounds violent, but it's got to be a walk in the park compared to what it actually goes through when it's combustion. Okay, so now we're down to 10. So we started at like, I think it was 80, and then we're all the way down to 10, and almost 9.5. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. And that piston is way down the bottom of the cylinder, so that's kind of impressive. I don't know, that's 9 is what I would settle on that one. So yeah, really good, my book. Feel fortunate to get this motor back. A good friend of mine had it for a long time, which is unbelievable. And so it's kind of really nice to get it back. Okay, here again now. You can look, we're 80%, we're consistent 80. Yeah, coming out here like pretty crazy, you can hear it. I'll just try hitting that. Might be able to watch the face. But I can feel stuff hitting my arm, little particles when I'm hitting it. Trying to turn the motor over. Still coming out of there. A little bit of the intake too. I'll choke the bottom. Well, okay, well now I'll try and turn it over. No idea if this is a cylinder I put any oil in before or not. So let's try and turn it over now. If it has one bad cylinder, it's definitely coming apart. And I don't know, could come apart anyway, but we'll see. See if that did anything. Lots coming out of the cylinder. Little coming out the exhaust. Music there. So 70, and that is all, well, not all of it, but a lot of it coming out the bottom end. So let's see what happens if I can find a little bit of oil we shoot in here. I'm surprised I found the squirter that quick. Usually when I'm looking. Okay, my piston is right up top. We'll see if that did anything. Still a lot here on the bottom. Lot. So, I'll give him another shot and turn him over a little bit. And if he don't smarten up, well, you'll know it's going to come apart for sure. Well, it shouldn't be overly surprising to anybody, but well, we're shooting oil out of there now. I don't know if you can see it shooting out onto the floor. So yeah, definitely some oil in there. Piston must be up top now. Let's see what that does. Sealed it up for a bit. Still sounds like, wow, I put it in there, well, that one, yeah, that's coming down the bottom. Needs about, I don't know, 60%, so. You could have some wear in the cylinder there, could have a bad ring, could have some rust, not sure. But when I first plugged it in, he shot down to about 20, then probably blew some of the oil past, and then got down to about 60 again. So I think that pretty much settles it, but that one's got an issue. So, one cylinder's got an issue, then it's coming apart. It shouldn't be a big deal. Probably just have to put a fresh hone on it, a fresh set of rings. I'm not expecting to have to bore it or anything. I'm sure hoping not, but kind of doubt it. Thinking probably a fresh hone and a fresh set of rings. And then we'll let you guys watch all that too as we build it. We've got a 540 in the back. I was going to show you guys as we built it, and things got too busy, but we will show you the dyno of it coming up. Yeah, I think that one we are into the deciding factor right there. Try it one more time for good measure. Turn the motor over. Yeah, no, it's still, yeah, these are pretty good. So, I don't know, maybe the ring got hurt or something there. We got run lean. But I can put my fingers right in the intake, it's not coming out of there. Right in the exhaust, and it's not coming out of there. I can feel it down right at the bottom of the cylinder. Yeah, right around the rings, coming in around the oil rings. Yeah. There's these little holes in there behind the rings, and that's where it's coming in at. I don't think the piston's hurt or nothing, so. So yeah. That pretty well tells the tale of that. Okay, well, you've seen what leaking down the motor's all about, and how you can tell if it's coming out the top end or the bottom end, or what you got hurt. That's what we did lots at the track when we're testing our stuff. Even if we didn't think anything was hurt, we'd verify it, make sure we didn't lean out and hurt some piston rings or something. So yeah, I guess you'll get to watch while this one comes apart, and then we got another bench spring tester that's more accurate in the back, and then we'll test all the springs in there, and we can test them at the exact height, and then we can test them compressed too, what they would be with the cam. So yeah, so we can just check them kind of open and shut pressure. So we'll check all that stuff and show it to you guys along the way. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I don't know how much more I'm doing today. Kind of feeling lazy, and I got a pounder of a headache, so Tylenol's sounding pretty good right now. So I will be back